Good morning, friends. Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. It's Shadow Week, and I'm delayed. That's not anything new, though. You girls know to expect that. But we are talking shadows all week, and we started out with all the different uses for our shadows. Then we did shadow basics. Then we did how to create a little bit more drama. And I'm sorry, I did pop out of the shower, so it's not greasy, it's just a little wet. And then today we're gonna do how to wear some bright colors and not look like a clown. And I'm gonna give you 3 ways that any girl can do. So if you're here, pop on, say hi, ask me questions. But what we're gonna do is 3 different shadow looks that you can do using bright liners. So one thing I do wanna say, and I'm actually not even sure. Oh my goodness, hi! Hi, Mom. I'm doing bright shadows. Aren't you supposed to be at a golf course? It's very exciting that you're here. This is new and different. So what I was gonna say, but this is like, I feel like it goes against art teacher things. When I do bright eyeshadow colors, I really try to keep the rest of my face pretty neutral and pretty light. And I also tend to wear my brightest eyeshadow colors when I'm not wearing a busy outfit. But in saying that, I realize that any makeup rule, any painting rule, any art rule is 100% made to be broken. So you play around with your comfort level and figure out what works best for you. But with my personal comfort level, I also think sometimes it's great to figure out what the rules are, you know, Picasso style, and, learn how to paint realistically before you go all abstract. So for us, figure out what some of the basic rules are, and then you can figure out where you want to push the limit and where you're comfortable pushing the limit. Your eyeshadow is going to be really good, and I hope that they put you on camera somehow with your new fedora. I keep losing my brushes. With your new fedora and your rockin' eyeshadow. So one of the easiest ways to wear a bright shadow is actually just to use it as a liner. Now hi Mandy, we have a bunch of bright shadows. Most of them are in our limited edition line, but I just want to show you the ones that I kind of throw into the bright shadow lineup. And these are the ones that I kind of consider my bright ones. Denim, which is a blue, which I think some ladies are totally cool with just wearing this, hi beautiful, on their own. But some people are scared to put on a blue liner. So denim is one that I kind of throw in there. Tropical orchid glitter, I still have one of these left. So you can grab one of those. Pink hibiscus shimmer, that's a pink one. Lava shimmer, I have a bunch of these and I made a mess though. This is a great one, especially for deeper skin tones. It's gonna look great if you have a little bit of a tan. It looks awesome with garnet. Palm glitter, which is a sparkle green. Also good for moving into the fall. It mixes well with onyx to get like a forest green look. And seafoam shimmer, which is a turquoise. So I'm gonna use seafoam shimmer today purely because I have earrings that have turquoise on. So one of the easy things that I would do if I was going to use a bright liner, way number 1 is to use it, I gave it up already, to use it as a liner. So for that, I did actually step number 1 that I did with my mom the other day. Candlelight is lash line to brow. And then I'm going to keep it really soft and simple. And I'm going to add a little bit of Mocha Java shimmer, or you could easily do mulberry. Hi, Sam, good morning to you. Mulberry would also work, but I'm just going to add a little bit of a color in my crease here. And again, like we talked about the other day, kind of go from the crease up, not the crease down. And this is just very, very soft. I'm going to keep all of the rest of my makeup really light when I'm doing these bright colors and kind of let that be the statement on my face and keep everything else kind of simple. You can tap a little bit of that color on the side of the lid if you want. And what you'll see me doing as I show you each of these girls, we're just gonna build it in intensity. And just like we talked about with my mom the other day and when I did the dramatic look, I lost my color. What did I do with it? I need help. Who can come and help me? What's it, seriously? Well, I mean, I can use the palm glitter. What did I do with my color? Such a goober. I'll tell you what, you can't take me anywhere. I put it in upside down. My bad, found it. False alarm. Okay, so you can build in intensity. I'm gonna start with the easiest thing, and then we're gonna add a little bit more color, and then a little bit more. And then you just pick the one that kind of works for you, or your outfit, or your mood. So the easiest thing I do think is to just use it as a liner. It's unexpected, it's very subtle, and it doesn't make anybody kind of have hyperventilating experiences when they're thinking about wearing bright colors. I love this brush, or any one that's similar, and all I'm going to do is kind of get it right underneath my lashes, and I'm going to just kind of tap it very, very close to the lash line. When I think of the bright colors as a liner, I think that it's almost like an unexpected treat. Like, you know, from far away, it just looks like you have liner on. When somebody gets real close to you, they're like, oh, that's turquoise. Oh, that's purple. That's fun. But you don't need it to scream like, I've got bright colors on my eyes. That's the clown effect, which if we're on stage is awesome. But as most of us are not making our living in the theater, more's the pity, we're gonna keep this nice and subtle here. So are you able to see? Just see how nice and light that is, nice and thin. I also find, and I was talking to my mom about this the other day, when I use these, when I use this brush, I don't drag it as much as tap it. Like I kind of put it where I want it, press it down, move it over, press it down. And then that means I can control the thickness of the line a little bit better, and I can make sure it stays nice and thin. And just like we were talking about with the other things, you can always make it thicker. You can always add more drama if you want, but start out nice and light. So see how that's kind of fun? Like I just, you close your eye and you're gonna see it, but otherwise you're gonna keep it really simple. We'll do the other eye. So this would be my how to wear bright shadow way number 1. And that is just to use that bright color, keep the rest of your eye look very nice and simple, and just use it as a liner. And frankly, I think it's very fresh. I think it's very easy. I think anyone can absolutely pull that off regardless of age, skin tone. You just rock it and make it work. Let me give you one little coat of mascara. I'm not gonna go all out, but let me give you one coat of mascara so you can kind of see what this would look like. Oh my goodness, my house is so hot today. I'm like sweating in here in the bathroom. So not clown-like at all, I don't think. Feel free to tell me otherwise. And all I did on my cheeks today was chocolate cherry with a tiny bit of pearlizer, but I had on Mocha Java as a little bit of a contour because I'm such a sucker for that now that I figured it out. Okay, so bright shadow way number 1 is just to use it as a liner using a real thin brush. So way number 2 is going to be to apply it just on your lid. And the trick for this, I mean, there's really not much of a trick. The thing with putting it on your lid is, again, you can vary the intensity, just like we kind of talked about with some of the other shadows, but I can take, I'm gonna, take it from my wand here. Hi, Liz, good morning to you. I'm gonna take it from my wand and I'm just going to apply it right to the lid, but I'm going to make sure I don't go above the crease. And that's gonna just help keep it subtle. Again, it's kind of like that hidden surprise idea for a shadow. Like when you blink, people are like, oh, that's fun. But again, you're not screaming, she's got tons of eyeshadow on. I shouldn't have done my lashes, girls, because now I can't get to my lid. I'm gonna go right up into the crease, but not beyond it. And I'm just going to, this is the brush that I had that my Mocha Java shimmer on. I didn't put any more on, but I'm just going to kind of clean up that edge. And again, if it were me, I would probably keep this very light. I probably wouldn't go crazy with eyeliners or anything else at this point. This would just sort of be got a little bit down here, just like a little bit of a blinky surprise. All of these colors build in intensity, so you can kind of start out really soft on the lid with one of these colors. Like for instance, I don't know if you can see the difference between the two, but this is a little bit deeper on this side. But you can always go back in. Mama, I think I do need to get you some different brushes. Just a little bit of variety. And I think you don't have to spend, for any of the girls here, you don't have to spend a fortune on brushes. Honestly, I've had very expensive brushes and I love them. I think, Mandy, you've been with me when I bought expensive brushes before. But now that I've had them and I've had some of these Real Techniques brushes, which I think are really affordable, I don't see with these products a huge difference in how they work. And so to me, the other thing is that because our products are made to last and to hold on to something for so long, I feel like I would maybe ruin an expensive brush, like a true hair brush kind of thing. The Real Techniques brushes, I really can't recommend them enough for our products. This shape, does it even have a number on it? This shape I use all the time. This isn't a Real Techniques one, but it is not an expensive one. This shape I use a lot. And this one. These really are the ones that these are the 4 that I do. These 2 come in a set, almost positive. And then you can get this guy separately, and this one comes in something else. I can help you if anyone is stuck, if any of you are trying to find shadows or shadow brushes and want some recommendations, I am happy to send you the Amazon links to any of those. And like I said, I'm gonna do a little bit of a promotion next week with shadows following this, and I will be giving away a set of those brushes. But if you don't wanna wait for that, you're also totally, you can do what you want. Okay, so this is way number 2. And I guess because it's turquoise, I think sometimes people wanna steer clear of that, but I have nothing on my lips at this point. Would that help our cause? But this is very easy to wear. I don't think it is screaming like, oh my gosh, what is she? Little orchid gloss for us there. It's not like, what is she doing? What is she, is she going crazy with her makeup? If you feel the need for a liner with this, what I would do is actually do a tight line. I would line underneath my lashes rather than over them. So that you're not creating, especially if it's daytime, you're not creating this kind of like nighttime high drama look because the bright colors are already your statement piece, and then kind of keep everything else easy and fresh. Now, if you want to kind of glam it up a little bit, and this is the 3rd version. This gets ever so slightly trickier, but it doesn't have to be. Do you remember what we did when we added the drama and we added a little bit of extra color up here and on the outside edge? That's what we're gonna do for this 3rd variety. And you can do it in 2 ways. One, you can put your bright color all over your lid and then take a more neutral color and add it as your contrast on the outside. That's gonna tone down the amount of bright colors that everyone's seeing. Or you can flip-flop it. Do your more neutral color all over your lid and the brighter color on the outside. I think that works particularly well with garnet. Good morning, Julia. With garnet and the tropical orchid, these 2 together are, like a purple and and a brown is so classy together. That is a great combo. The other amazing combo duo for this is garnet and lava shimmer. Very classy, very kind of both of those are gonna give you a really neat fall look. And then you could also go with palm glitter or seafoam shimmer and either smoked topaz shimmer, or you can add in denim with these, or you could also add in onyx. But those are, and then again, like I said, rules are meant to be broken. Mix it up, play around with it. But those are combinations that I know are gonna work for you. And I know a lot of you girls have those colors already. So way number one, super easy. Use it as a very thin eyeliner. Keep the rest of your look very fresh. Way number two, if you're feeling a little sassier, you wanna just kind of do your lid. But again, keep everything else very neutral and soft, because again, from a distance, la, la, la. I can't sing the rest of the song. Why did I start? These are the things I wonder. But from a distance, you're not really gonna see that. It's one of those things that as someone gets a little closer to you, they're like, oh, that's fun. You know, and that's kind of what you're going for here. So now let's look at how to add a little bit of extra drama or definition, but we're still using these bright colors. So I'm gonna go in with my smoked topaz shimmer. I already have my seafoam on my lid, and I'm going to use the same small brush I did when we were doing this before. I'm gonna pop it again above my, like right at my orbital bone. I'm gonna do it on the outside edge. Again, did you notice, girls, like see how like none of this bright color is hanging out here. You don't wanna bring it, that's where you it starts to be like, oh my gosh, there's so much there. So again, I'm gonna pat it on here on sort of the outer third of my eye. And again, you can reverse this, reverse. If you do either the bright color on the lid and the darker color or the neutral color on the outside, or flip-flop. And either way will absolutely work for this. But it is going to ever so slightly tone it down and neutralize the look, but it also gives it a little bit more, it's a little bit more of a polished way to wear the brighter colors. So this, and again, same technique that we did before when we were adding the drama. I'm adding the darker color above the crease right on that bone, and then I'm gonna pat it on the outside third of my eyelid, and I'm just careful not to extend it out in this area. And I think kind of keeping those colors controlled and kind of contained also helps with that feeling of like, I don't want to look like a clown while I'm wearing these colors, right? Good morning, beautiful. How are all of the kitties this morning? And you can always go back in, and you can apply any of our other like little tips that we did. You can go back in and add a little pop of color on the inside if you want. Let's get another coat of mascara on here and kind of clean this up. I didn't do my undersense today, and that always makes such a difference. If I was feeling really bold with this, I think a navy liner on the inside of this would be super. You're traveling? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for you. Way to take advantage of the long weekend, girl. There we go. So what do you think of that? So those of you who've been here for all of it, which way would you work? Would you do all three? Do you think you would you try just the liner? Would you try just the color on the lid? Or would you kind of go out for the all three colors kind of look? What do you think? But do you feel, I mean, maybe you do feel I look like a clown and you're like, man, that girl looks insane. But do you feel like this is a workable way to wear the brighter colors? Would you do one way number 1, which was just the liner, or way number 2, just the lid, or way number 3, which was, I still have a little bit of the liner under here, and then I added, I used it kind of as an accent color with the others. What do you think? Do you have any questions about how to wear it, or maybe colors that you already have? What would you pair with them? Anything like that, because I'll do my brows while we're waiting, and you guys can tell me if you have any questions. Kind of finish this all up here. Melissa, I know you have seafoam, and Mandy, you have seafoam. Shaking the Zora, man. Here we go. All right. Well, and I can never tell if you actually have questions, and there's always such a delay when things come in on Facebook. Amazing. Checks in the mail again, Mama. But I do think that bright colors, and I've said this with the lipsticks, with you girls have heard me say it before. I hear sometimes people say, like, I can't wear this, I can't wear that. And I think any of us can wear any color. It's more about our confidence when we do it. And that's why I say kind of start out with, maybe start it just as a liner, and then get your confidence with that, and then kind of move on. Now denim, Mandy, my favorite way to wear denim is as a liner and as an outside contour. I love it. My favorite denim combo is copper rose shimmer and denim. I love the two of those together. And then I'll take a little bit of the rose gold glitter and I tap that in the center. That's my favorite denim combo, if that helps a little bit. But I have already, and this would be adding extra drama to this, and you certainly don't need to, but I've also done denim with this combo. The whole eyelid for a really deep color like onyx or denim it's intense. I mean, that's a commitment look right there if you're gonna try that. And then I would keep the rest of my face very soft if I did it that way. But I do think that, and that's why I think when I did the drama eye, I really stayed away from like a whole dark lid. And when I do a whole dark lid, I do tend to feel like, wow, like that's a lot of eye coming at me. And I know that there's a way to do it, but I've done it, but it's a trickier balance. It is a trickier balance, and I still think it's about taking that dark color. Here's what I would do. I got it. Here's what I would do. I would put it on as a slightly thicker liner, Mandy, and then I would buff it out back to your crease. So it's gonna be deeper and darker right at your lash line, and you're gonna fade it out like ombre style as you go up to the crease. So because your eye, I always think your eye needs someplace to rest. So it's gonna fade out that way. And then if you want, you can kind of bring the intensity back in again at the edge. But let it keep its lightness in here a little bit. Maybe try that. Or don't. But when I do the deeper colors, I kind of try to smoke them out. I stay away from a harsh line, and I kind of put them on, and then I like buff them, like kind of fade them out as they go up, and then get into a more neutral color from the brow or from the bone up. And that's a fun way to do it. So for those of you who joined later, we did 3 looks. And you can go back and watch the replay, but we started with just using a bright color as a liner. Super easy. The thinner the brush, the easier it is to apply. And I find it best to kind of just go under and tap it rather than trying to pull it. because then your skin gets in the way and you might get some bumps and jumps. So just kind of put it where you want it, tap it, move it over, tap it, move it over, tap it. Then we did it, Amy, with on our whole lid, just the seafoam shimmer for this time, and but kept everything else really neutral. And then we talked about how you can kind of pair it with a more neutral color. So I paired it with smoked topaz shimmer on the outside to get a little bit more of a polished, slightly more dramatic look than just kind of the bright, fresh look. And again, girls, the brightest colors that we have, and I do actually, I'm gonna throw the rose gold shimmer in here because I do think some girls worry about that as a bright color as well. But this is my bright color family. Aren't they beautiful little crayons? Pink hibiscus shimmer is sold out in the company. I believe I have one left. Tropical orchid glitter also sold out in the company, and I think I have one as well. Lava shimmer, I have 4 of these. Beautiful for the fall. Probably should have done that for you girls today, but I'll do that another time. Lava shimmer is great for the fall. I think you'll really like it. Rose gold glitter is, the boldness of that is the sparkle. So you have to be okay with that, but the same rules apply. Keep everything else real light, and let that be the statement on its own. And then I have these beautiful blues and greens. Seafoam shimmer, which is what I did today, is more of a blue turquoise, and I think 3 is in my head for these, that I have 3. And I believe I have 4 palm glitter, which is a green. It's not quite showing up there, but a green with a glitter fleck in it. Eagles fans, good one for you. You can do lots of fun things with that. So bright shadows, 3 ways. Hit me with your questions, girls. I am happy to do whatever. I'm gonna take the kids to dance and they're there for 2 hours today. So give me something to do on my phone if you have questions. If you want, if you got a problem, I'll solve it. Totally went to high school in the 80s and 90s. All right, have a happy Saturday. Wear a bright color, do it. Have fun with it. Makeup should be fun. It should not be stressful. And then show me a picture when you do. Have a great day, everyone. It's gloomy, so make your makeup bright. You be the sunshine today, since it's not gonna provide it for us. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you for being here.